It's inevitable that he's going to get traded. The way the media, the traction this story's got from us, from everybody, all the guys have a story. They're different camps. Cleveland over there lying, talking about Kyrie is going to be there. Dan Gilbert lying, talking about he'll be there, start a train. He just ain't found a deal for him yet. That's what it is. They're looking for the right deal, and I think they deserve. Kyrie deserves that, and they owe that to Kyrie. Dan Gilbert at least owes that to Kyrie after giving him the franchise. Saying, "Here, it's going to be yours. We're going to build around you," and then big fella come and he like, you know what?
Yep.
I'm gonna take this from you.
Let big fella stay and you go.
Yeah. So I think he owes that to Kyrie to do that. But it's just it'll be too much tension in the locker room if you think about it. All the stories and the little subliminal message. I wish they just come out and say, "I'm talking to LeBron. I'm coming home." Remember when they was doing them songs? Yeah. All this cryptic, subliminal stuff. I think it's kind of a sucker moves. You know what I mean? Yeah. In my book, I'm not really like that. But it'll cause division in the locker room. You'll have some guys start clicking up, and once you have that in the locker room, it's over. You know, you're not gonna win. We seen it with the Lakers. You can win, but you ain't gonna win it. Mm-hmm. You know, to win it, everybody has to be united, and you'll have guys that's for Kyrie and guys that's ride with LeBron, and it's just a toxic locker room.
Mm-hmm. Before I start, I want to tell a story, Skip. There was a guy being recruited. And one of the coaches came in and they looked at the house, and obviously the house wasn't well-to-do and it needed some things. And the guy says, son, what can I do to get you to come to my university? He said, well, my mom needs a refrigerator. The next day, he had a refrigerator. Another guy comes and says, son, what can I do to get you to come to my school? That coach had his school build a house around mom's refrigerator. So guess where he went? He promised Kyrie, you're going to be the face of the team, but guess what happened? LeBron came. LeBron built a bigger franchise around the franchise. You see how that happen, Skip?
Wait, you're saying that colleges cheat to sign kids? Building houses for kids?
Just a little bit.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm naive.
Yeah. You're really not. Skip, I'm going to ask you a question. And you keep talking about LeBron. He practicing, Skip, he's a conspiracist theorist to the umpteenth degree.
Sucker move. It's a sucker
move. Oh, go ahead. I'm talking about some sucker move. He gonna talk about LeBron sending messages. Yeah. He practicing in Vegas with Derrick Rose and Eric Bledsoe. Yep. Can I ask you a question, Skip?
Yeah.
What message was Kyrie sending 2 weeks ago practicing with Jimmy Butler and Melo? What message he sending? You know message?
They just working
out. He was just working. So LeBron sending messages when he work out. Kyrie just working out. Is that what we saying?
Kyrie doesn't send those kind of cryptic, between the lines messages.
Oh, what is I'm coming home?
Well, you see that was blatant, man. That wasn't even a sucker move. That was just like, hey, I'm gonna mock you. I'm gonna ridicule you because I'm coming home. I might be coming home to the Knicks, but I'm not coming home to you, pal, because I'm out.
You coming back, and you're gonna be on the Cavaliers, and I'm gonna be the man, and you gonna like it. Because unlike you, I got total autonomy. I have a complete no-trade clause. I can be out after 1 year. And Dan Gilbert, if he want to be nasty, we know he can be nasty.
Yes,
we saw
do.
that. We read that email or what he sent out. Kyrie, I'm going to keep you here. And then when you enter your contract trade deadline, I'm going to trade you to Sacramento. So don't get nasty. The best thing for you to do is come in and let's sit down and talk about this thing like men. Now, I know everybody's not happy with everybody, but we're going to talk about this and come to some kind of conclusion. Now, if we can't come to some kind of conclusion, we got to go. You got to go outside the way. But we got to talk about it at least first, Skip. I would try everything to keep the relationship together. Baby, don't leave. Are you sure you want to go? What can I do to make you happy?
Shannon's in the classic mode of, we don't need him. But don't go.
Please
don't go. But maybe we can work this out.
I can do it.
We don't need him. But don't go.
Stay.
Don't go. Please don't go. By the way, there's a new report on the website, The Athletic, from a former Cavs beat writer who says that the Cavs have routinely, over the last 48 hours, tried to get in touch with Kyrie and that Kyrie will return nobody's call. I'm not surprised because even I'm coming home, he's trying to burn the bridge to the ground. He's trying to take not so subtle shots at LeBron James just to show everybody, I am out, man. I'm completely out. You did me wrong back in July of 2014. 11 days later, after I said, I do, I will, I'll stay, he's coming home. And then a year ago, as Rob Parker reported, LeBron signed off on a potential trade for Kyrie for Chris Paul. And then this year, Kyrie's name is one trade after another. So he does not trust Dan Gilbert. He doesn't trust LeBron. I told you, got a source very close to Kyrie, just never enjoyed playing with LeBron. So he's 25 years of age. He feels like he's a full-grown man. And it's time for him to go solo and go somewhere else, which I respect, because you can make a case, grass won't be greener, that he'll find it's really hard to win, quote unquote, by himself, especially if he goes back to the Knicks. But you got to give him props for having the guts and the courage just to say, I want to go try this on my own. Maybe he'll be shocked that, man, I miss what I used to have with LeBron. But I don't think so, because I don't think this guy is built that way. And I think he's trying to burn the bridge with Dan Gilbert too, because he doesn't have any leverage. If Dan Gilbert wants to be, he's stuck, man. And so
2 years plus an option.
Yeah, plus an option.
That's why it's inevitable, man. That's why he's out the door for sure. And he's doing everything he can, like you said, to try to burn these bridges, to make sure that they say, okay, we're going to get you somewhere. Now, doing it this way, you might not get where you want to go. That list of teams that you said you want to go potentially play for, they could find other players. Land him in Brooklyn. That's a bad place for him to go.
They could. Well, I don't think the Knicks is a great place for him.
No, it's not, but it's still New York City and Madison Square Garden.
And that's what happened with Paul George. They're like, you think we're going to trade you to Cleveland so you can go compete for titles?
Right, exactly what happened.
We're going to put you in the West, the stacked West. Go on to OKC. When Russell getting his 25 shots and you getting your 7 or 8, we're going to see how you're going to like that. Because you keep on being nasty. You want to leak it, talking about we want to go to L.A. Okay, you might go to L.A., but you're going to have to have a layover in Oklahoma City.
Okay, so speaking of leaks, yesterday, LeBron works out in Las Vegas with Derrick Rose and, wait a minute, Bledsoe? Where did that come from? How did that get out? I promise you, somebody in LeBron's inner circle leaked the fact that Eric Bledsoe was going to work out in Las Vegas with LeBron James. Now, again, he's represented by Clutch Sports, the ironically named Clutch Sports. I don't know who's Clutch. Yeah.
You know who's Clutch.
I don't know who's Clutch.
Whose company is it?
Maverick Carter is Clutch. I give you that. Rich Paul's Clutch. I don't know about the CEO.
Skip, don't do that.
The point is that clearly LeBron is sending that cryptic, between the lines message. Here are my two running mates, my two new guys, because he clearly wants the trade that's most likely to happen is with a team that you know very well because you live in Phoenix, Scottsdale, which is the Phoenix Suns. They have lots of young, nice pieces.
And they got 2 first-round draft picks from Miami.
Okay, so again, would they take back for Kyrie, Bledsoe?
We want Bledsoe and Booker.
Okay.
No, you can't get that. There's 3 untouchables for the Suns. It has to be Marquise Chris is untouchable, Devin Booker's untouchable, and the new kid, Josh Jackson.
Okay,
those got to be done to everybody else, man.
Okay,
around
but
them
what
I want both of them, but you're not getting Kyrie.
You're not getting Booker.
What do you don't want him to? You don't want Kyrie there. Well, Kyrie
No, they don't want him that bad.
Kyrie
Devin Booker is barely 20 years old.
I got it, but I would
Chris
do
is barely
Bledsoe
20
and
years
Josh
old.
Jackson. I would do it for Kyrie because he's that good.
Jackson.
He is
Josh Jackson.
I don't want Josh Jackson.
Okay.
I don't want Allen
2
Jackson.
years, you could have Josh Jackson, Booker, and Marquise Chris. You're talking about 19, 20-year-old guys that could grow up together. That's a nice little core right there.
I think Jackson Pollock.
Jackson, do you know Jackson Pollock?
What you could do is Bledsoe, Bender, some of those draft
I don't
picks.
want them. Eddie, stop trying to feed us. I told you who he wants.
He won out. That's the best deal. It's just like the Pacers, right? They had a A1 deal on the table from Boston. Thought it was going to get better.
We want the double Bs.
End up getting Oladipo and Sabonis for Paul
We
George.
want the double
That's
Bs. We
garbage.
want Bledsoe and Booker for Kyrie and Sean.
You're not going to get it.
Okay, but you know what LeBron is thinking? High basketball IQ. He's thinking, I'm going to get Bledsoe back and something else besides Bledsoe. But Bledsoe and D. Rose be my 2 running mates, new running mates. And we will ship Kyrie to the bottom of the Western Conference because as much young firepower as would be there, it would be hard for Kyrie to lift that team up through the West.